Hello, everybody. So I am here with my week 1 and week 2 check ins of my vegan fasting. Okay? My alkaline vegan fasting. Okay, so just a little recap. We're not doing any type of regular vegan. This is actually the real vegan. Okay, so it's alkaline vegan plus fasting. It's the real way, it is the way. It's not like supplement vegan, which is the wrong way, okay? So, yeah, I have my week 1 and week 2 check ins actually because, week 1 was so difficult for me that I wasn't able to actually come out with a video at that time. So, let's see. We'll just get started. All right. So my best advice is when you're starting off, when you're changing your whole diet and getting rid of your addictions, you have to start this on a day that you're not working. Okay. Try to do this on your day off because the first day I did this, I was asleep. I was in bed for like 2 days until I finally like mustered up the energy to like actually get up and start doing things. Um, Also, the first day I was withdrawing from like caffeine and nicotine, I had a bit of a headache, but I exercised, I drank water. Sorry, that's a plane. The planes are very close in this area, sorry. Let's see. Um, so the cravings were pretty intense too. Um, but yeah, hold on. Caffeine was pretty difficult on the first day, but that one wasn't that bad, but the nicotine, that one was pretty hard, like all the first week. But I managed to actually be really disciplined with that, um, and I don't use nicotine anymore, which is really awesome. And I don't do weed either. I don't do weed. I don't drink. I don't weed. I don't have nicotine. I don't have caffeine unless it's my eating day when I break my fast. When I'm scheduled to eat, then I'll have like a matcha tea. Okay, that's okay. A matcha tea with like maple syrup and coconut milk is like unsweetened coconut milk is okay, because um, just like a little reminder is that we're not here. We don't eat regular sugar here. All right, the real vegans, the real alkaline vegans, they don't eat like white sugar. They don't eat cane sugar, okay? If you guys remember anything from the last video, um, we eat sugar alternatives like agave and maple syrup and date sugar, because that the other sugar is like really harmful to the body. It's like um, the natural sugar alternatives, they're processed by the liver, and cane sugar is processed with like the pancreas, the insulin. Okay, so that's the reason why we're doing that. Okay, just a reminder right there. um so yeah, during that first week I had like maybe a few headaches because I was detoxing and like getting off all of those other addictions that I had. um but I did not take any over the counter painkillers. Actually, that's pretty interesting here. So like no Tylenol, no ibuprofen, none of that. I actually just used I used a healing frequency. Actually, I like kind of did some sensory deprivation. I turned off all the lights. I tried to make a silent room. And I used like a healing frequency instead, like those YouTube videos with like hertz on it. So yeah, that worked pretty well. Okay, that was pretty interesting actually. I forgot I wrote that. Okay, so this comes up to my next thing. So the cravings. When you're switching to a plant-based diet from eating things like meat and cheese, like I kind of cold turkey this pretty. I threw myself into this. Okay, I wasn't being very nice to myself. No, I was just like, come on, let's go. It's good for me. I don't care, you know. Um, it's kind of crazy actually to think because like I know the person who runs the Embodiment Celestial channel, he was talking about the way that potatoes, like, they change when you start digesting potatoes. They change like their chemical, their molecular structure or whatever, and it's like pretty harmful to the body. And I know a lot of vegans out there, they love their potatoes. They're like, oh no, it's filling, it's yummy, whatever, right? It's vegan. They think so, but they're doing like the fake vegan. It's not the real vegan, okay? So when he was talking about how the potatoes actually change their molecular structure when you digest them, it's really harmful to the body. I saw all the comments and everybody was just so angry and so protective over the potatoes. And that's one of the things that you really need to like be careful with because like that's just one of the things that you just need to grow up and understand that these things are not good for you. These things are not doing anything good for you and that you just have to let them go and find something else, you know? Um, the cravings were so bad at first, okay? Um, even though that you have other ways to sustain yourself, like, sorry, another plane. Where I am right now is like really close to an airport, sorry. Um, but okay, so man, yeah, all this Matrix food is really good looking, okay? Like I've been fasting. I have only tea sometimes. I've only been eating one time a day, and at the beginning I was like, man, I really want a cheeseburger right now. I really want some tacos. I really want this. And so like that first week is pretty difficult. Okay, I broke my diet. Sorry, maybe like 3 times, but not a lot. Like I would just have like a little snack with like dairy. Like I had Taco Bell one time, and I was like, no, I can't believe I did this. Um, I just was just thinking, try it again. Just try it again. Don't eat meat though. But whatever you do when you're doing this, don't eat meat. Don't eat meat. You may be like very tempted, but don't do it. Just don't do it because that's gonna ruin your whole thing. Okay. Because meat takes 3 to 4 months to actually like filter out of the body, which we really don't want to. We really want to stay away from that. But I haven't touched dairy since I had like Taco Bell. Maybe that's like a week ago or something. So if you really can't like do the fasting thing, try to just take something from the alkaline list. It's your best bet, all right? But don't get too disheartened, don't get too hard on yourself. If you have to break the fast, I would say do it at night, and then I would also say like just go off the alkaline list and try it again, okay? Because the first week you're not going to be perfect at all. It's actually so difficult because I want a cheeseburger. I want a cheeseburger so bad. I want a grilled cheese. I want a quesadilla. Whatever it is, that's pretty difficult. Um, okay, so moving on. Um, I had to really start, changing my mindset to help me through these cravings, okay? Because at first, when you're first starting it, the reason why you do start it is because you're thinking, this is good for me. All that other stuff is really disgusting, okay? Because when you figure out where your meat comes from, when you really start to like think about it's not that great, okay? I used to love eating chicken and all that, but chicken is supposed to live 3 to 5 years, but chicken today, it's like the chicken that you eat today is on the shelf by 50 days because they're injecting it with all sorts of like growth hormones and things like that. And um, really think about what type of cells can grow that fast. I mean, really. So when you think about that, when you're looking at like all these places that serve chicken. Like, you gotta just think about that for a minute, okay? Just for real, think about that. It's like hatched from the egg and on the shelf in 50 days. There's only like there are there's only like one type of cell that I can think of that actually grows that quickly, and chickens are naturally supposed to grow 3 to 5 years to be an adult. Okay, so for real, for real, for real, for real. And oh man, the hardest thing was like when I was like chilling out and I wanted to just chill out and like space out my phone or whatever and look at a few things on the internet, whatever, right? Everybody does that. But I would see people having like cooking videos. The cooking videos looked like 10 times more appetizing than it did before. And I'm like, what's happening? It was weird too, because like I remember cooking videos like looking really disgusting, and then when I started the diet, all of a sudden everybody's food looked like 10 times better. The recipes looked 10 times better. That was pretty weird. Okay, that was pretty weird. But yeah, looking at like online cooking videos, that was pretty difficult. I'm like, I should try to like block all those pages, but like they're like suggested for you, so they like kind of show up without me doing anything. Anyways, anyways, to help calm my cravings, some good tips are to think of it as if you were the prettiest and skinniest model, okay? Thinking that you have better and healthier habits, which it is. Like I explained in my first video why and how all this works. It is healthier, it is better, okay? And I saw all of you with your Thanksgiving plates, okay? At the same time, I was learning all of this. Like, yeah, it did look really good. It looked lovely, but like, everybody was posting their plates with their families and all that, looking all nice. And at the same time, I was learning about veganism and fasting and the alkaline diet. And so, like, wow, like, it was pretty difficult actually. But, anyways, yeah, we get it, we get it. Let's see. Yeah, thinking that you have better and healthier habits than most people makes you feel a little bit more encouraged, okay? This isn't to like put other people down. This is just facts. It's fact, okay? And I have all my links in the description again, so you can actually like look at all the books and all the ebooks, and I definitely do recommend it. Um Speaking of the ebooks though, I mean the Alkaline Cookbook, if you I wouldn't say that it's worth the money. I would say that um I would wait for me to actually come out with my cooking videos, because I did buy the Alkaline Cookbook. I don't think it's worth the money that much, because I'm just going to take it and like tweak the recipes, and then I'm going to show everybody else what I can do with it. Okay? So it's a little like better. Okay? So if I were you, I would just wait until I can actually show you. I'll try to do that soon, but if you feel like wasting a bit of money, I would. Anyways, I might repeat some of the same facts, because like this is how we're learning. This is how we remember all of our education. Okay, this is just a review, study, right? Learn. Let's see. So yeah, you need to, in order to like actually like give yourself the motivation, you need to be like, hey, I'm a skinny and pretty model. Like, I look better than these people. I eat, I have healthier habits than these people, and it does make you better. It does. So, although, like, most people might think it's a little mean, it's actually, like, better. It is better, okay? Okay, so society would say that it's dangerous and mentally ill in the modeling industry to use fasting practices and calling it eating disorder, which it probably is dangerous and mentally ill, because they're probably not doing this correctly, um, because they wouldn't be so skinny, you know? It's like kind of the same idea, but we are doing it in the real way with like the proper tea and the proper water, and it's actually like safe and it's actually really good for you. Now, like the models who are dangerous, like they don't have the tea, they don't have the water. Okay, so they're not doing anything safely. Okay, so um that's like kind of a good way to think about it. I'll be real with you, yeah, like watching all of you guys eat all that meat and cheese all the time, it's nasty. It just is. It seriously just is. Um I don't like people thinking like, "Oh, we can do whatever we want." And I'll explain, I'll go over that just like real quick, okay? Um Change of mindset. Okay, people thinking, sorry, this really bothers me. They can do whatever they want. And the reason why this is not okay. This is. Hold on, sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. This part really bothers me. So people are out there thinking we can eat whatever we want. I can do whatever I want with my body. But there are a lot of spiritual reasons on why this is just not okay. They think as long as I'm not hurting anyone, it's okay. So this is where things get really complicated. All right. Um. So everyone is connected. Of course, if anyone knows anything about their spirituality um, and the Christ consciousness grid, okay, everybody is connected. Everybody is connected with their pineal glands. There's like a really long explanation about that, but it's like a collective consciousness. I don't know if I spelled it right. No, it's not. Anyways, you get the idea. It's a collective consciousness. Everybody's connected. So people are thinking, well, I get to go home to my own house and I get to eat whatever I want, and that's just me. But by them doing this, it lowers their frequency, therefore affecting other people around them, okay? So if you're eating things that lower your frequency, like dairy and meat, okay, like that lowers those foods don't, sorry, those foods don't have energy in them, okay? They don't have like real live energy in it. Those things are dead. Those things are, just not good for you, have no energy in it. So that person eats that and their vibration is lowered, right? They're not getting recharged properly with plants that are alive. And so like and so when their vibrational frequency is lowered, they also bring down a collective lower frequency. Okay, so it's like an average. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining this good. It's like an average frequency. So the more people who are spiritual, the more people who are plant-based, they're going to be raising the collective consciousness, while the people who choose to eat meat and dairy, they will be lowering the consciousness. It's kind of like two presidents running against each other with like voting. It's like voting, right? It is like voting. That's a good way to explain that. So everybody is part of a collective consciousness. Everybody on the planet is connected, okay? And so if you want to, yeah, they're basically lowering the collective consciousness. When people like me, I'm trying to teach you to raise it so we can have a more restorative society, a brighter future, right? Um, So that's something to really be considerate about. So if you are considerate about your fasting, alkaline, vegan, okay, then everybody around you benefits from it. Everybody on the collective consciousness benefits from it. I hope that made sense. Um, all right, I hope that made sense. Um, let's see. Yeah, so it's like less of people caring about what you do in your home and more of like a collective. It's energetic, right? It's energetic, right? So, yeah, everything is energy. So, when you're lowering your energetic field, other people around you can feel your energetic field, okay? It's not just about my body, I do what I want. It's more of like other people around you can feel your energy. Um, so people get really offended saying like it's my body, I get to do what I want. I'm behind closed doors, I can do what I want in my house. But the thing is that you're still on a collective consciousness. Every single person has a pineal gland, whether or not you choose to exercise it, you know. And if you choose not to exercise it, you're bringing everybody down with you. Um, that's. I hope that made sense. If you want me to go over that more, I think everyone gets it though. People talk about it all the time. Um, so this is after 1 week. So how do I look and feel? So at the 1 week mark, I was kind of having less acne, but my skin was like, hey, wait a minute, like I need to purge all this stuff out. Maybe there's like things sitting beneath the surface that needed to come out. Um, but my skin started to look way more hydrated. I do look like way better. I don't know. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, when I first started, I looked a little like tired. I looked a little malnourished right there, but I just look really bright right now. Sorry, there's like a mirror beside me, but like yeah, I just look really bright. Um at first feeling really tired, but more exercise is helping. Yeah, I like to get up. I like to move around. I try to get exercise. 2 cups of alkaline tea first, and then you have your estero testo tea at the end of the day, because the estero testo tea, if you're a girl, estero, if you're a boy, testo, um, you have that one at the end of the day because that one actually makes you really tired, especially the estero tea. It has like sleeping aids in there, so that's pretty good to know. Cravings are difficult, but I started slimming down and looking skinnier, so I was getting less insecure about how I looked and a lot more confident. Um, Even though, like, it's really difficult. This is the part where it gets really hard because in your head when you're fasting for the first time, it's like I want a cheeseburger. I want that looks so good. I want to eat that. I want to eat that. And it's kind of the thing that really changed that for me is like, oh, look into the mirror though. Like you look amazing. You look so good though. I was like, whoa, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me. Because before I started this, I was getting used and mistreated, ABUS, everybody was doing that to me. Um, and so I looked pretty bad from getting ABUSED by like people, but that's another story. Um, and then I started looking in the mirror again and I'm like, wow, this is actually what I'm supposed to be looking like. I don't look bad anymore. This is amazing. I feel pretty good about that. So yeah, when you're starting to think like, I want other food, no, you don't. Because like when you're starting to think that, just look in the mirror. You're going to be like, whoa, I can already see what's going on. And it hasn't even been that long either. So I did get really disappointed about the fasting cheats, I had to break my fast like maybe 3 times, yeah. And then I had like dairy a few times in there, but I have completely stopped. Like only during the first week I had dairy, but the second week I was able to go no meat, no dairy, nothing, nothing. It takes a lot of practice, okay? It really does. I was pretty disappointed about that, but I'm still trying it again, try it again, try it again until I get it right, okay? Um, so at first I was like pretty lightheaded, but it was weird. It was like people like it was like something was turning a knob in my head, like tweaking parameters in my head, like tweaking levels and like moving levers in my head that like kind of like switched me. It was weird, okay, but it made me a little bit lightheaded, but in a way that's like really peaceful and meditative, and like it the feeling like wasn't allowing me to actually like feel down in the dumps, because if anyone actually knows like how to read and feel energies, if anyone's like skilled in that, what happens is like sometimes you can feel like a really like you can feel satanic energy. So I was feeling less satanic energy because I can pick up when I can feel devil energy, satanic energy. You can pick that up, but I was feeling a lot less of that coming my way, you know. So I was more like at peace rather than like in fear or stressed or anything like that. Don't resist the feeling. Just take this time to do your daily meditation. I would try your best to do meditation every single day. Okay, so remember, as I tell you, it's actually like at the south. At the south is going to be your red, orange, yellow chakra, and then green, and then halfway through green, you turn to the north, and then you have blue, indigo, violet, the crown, all the way to the crown chakra. Okay, that's really important. That you should probably try to do that every day, and try your best to get up to like 2 hours. If you can do like 2 hours every day of your chakras, you're going to be in good shape if you possibly have the time. Um, let's see. No parasites, no issues in the bathroom. But you can tell you have like toxins exiting your body. You can like you can tell these slight little differences that tell you like, hey, I'm clearing out. I'm clearing out, and it's like, okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. Um, yeah, the first week just made me feel tired. Um, and that was when I didn't have my matcha either. Don't be afraid of the matcha price because it's slightly more expensive than coffee, but you use a lot less product than coffee. So when you're making your like daily coffee, you have like two big old scoops of coffee, right? But matcha is like slightly more expensive, and you only use like a little teaspoon of matcha for each cup. So it's like the maths out. The math is like pretty much the same, okay? Um, So other notes that I want to mention is that the tea runs out fast. The alkaline tea, if you get the smaller bag, that's going to be gone in the first week, okay? So you got to make sure that you buy a lot of bags, okay? I put my order in, and I need to wait for tomorrow to pick up two of the bigger bags of the alkaline tea, okay? And then what's really nice about that is like the price may look pretty expensive, but there's like an afterpay thing where you can like make monthly payments on it. So you don't have to pay the full price. So if you want to go and pick up like 4 bags of like the 11 ounce, you can pay that in payments separately. So you don't have to like fork over like $200. Okay, you can like do that bit by bit, which is pretty useful because you're going to need it. You're gonna need that. The diet is more difficult than I expected. Of course, at first I was super excited. You know, we get to learn new things, we get to try out new things. But when you're in it, it's pretty difficult. I want a cheeseburger, man, but I don't want one now. Um, the results are worth it. Okay, the results are completely worth it. There have been times where I just like kind of sit here and look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, I look good. There she is. There she is. I am spending less on food. because I've been trying to eat only one time a day until I feel more comfortable cutting down more time in my eating window. You cut down to an hour only, and then until I feel comfortable going a whole day without food. Okay, so as soon as I pick up more tea in the mail, I'm gonna try to attempt doing one whole day of not eating anything, okay? And as soon as I accomplish that, I will tell you guys and I will let you know how it goes, okay? We're trying to get down to eating only 3 times a week, okay? And then eventually we're going to go like 3 days without eating, okay? All right. Manifestations have not come in yet. Of course, we just started this pretty recently. I'm not really expecting anything too crazy right now. Remember to create and follow 3 laws to get to a manifestation goal. So, if you want like more money, if you want like a house, or if you want whatever, right? If you want any type of goal, or like even like a weight goal or anything like that, you need to create 3 laws that you follow every single day that you can follow to get to your manifestation. And that's kind of the best way. So, say for example, it's like I work out every day, or like I read every day, or something like that. I do something every single day, and that's like a law that you have to follow. Um, so, we have the basic alkaline tea, and then we also have an option for the detox alkaline tea. Of course, remember links in the description, of course. The detox alkaline tea is best during the full moon phase. More moon phase information in the celestial tablet, link in the description. Okay, so yeah, that's in the ebooks web courses. Use my affiliate link. Of course, I get a cut of the pay if you guys go and buy that. The Alkaline cookbook is kind of sucks, but it's good inspiration. Like I said, it's like not worth the money, but so if I were you, I would just wait for me to like actually come out with videos of my recipes. Right now, I'm still testing out recipes, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll have like a few, like maybe like a dozen videos of me like actually showing you things that are really good and things that actually work. Okay, because the Alkaline cookbook that they sell, it's like $30, and the proportions are like not even good. Like some of the recipes are just not even good. But if you want that inspiration, if you're curious, then I would go get it. But I'm fixing the recipes, right? You have to like fix them. Okay? The the measurements are weird. Some of the ingredients are a bit weird, but we're working with it. I'm like writing a whole new cookbook, okay? Uh Next check-in will be today. Actually, yeah. So we also have our week 2 check-in in the same video, and today is December 3rd, okay? There have been a few times where I feel really euphoric and really bright. Okay, this is where things start to work a little bit more. Okay, this is the exciting part. The addictions and the cravings are not affecting me that badly anymore. Um, but there have been times where I just feel so beautiful and I feel really bright, and I'm just like, wow. There's like this tingling feeling inside my brain. Okay, another plane, another plane. There's like this really good tingling feeling inside of my brain that I just can't get over. Um, it feels really good. It's better than like, it's like you're completely sober, you're completely like clean, right? But it's sort of the best thing you've ever felt, ever. And it's completely natural. When you're eating so clean, when you're eating non GMOs, when you're eating organic food only, you can tell the difference for sure. Like, there is a complete difference, and it's really beautiful. It's like very euphoric and bright. There have been times where I've just been like smiling and like I don't know, you're just feeling really good. You're just feeling real good, really good. Like, they were not kidding. When they were like telling you to do this, they were not kidding. I'm telling you to do it. I'm not kidding. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. So yeah, I ran out of tea within like the first week, and I've been without my alkaline tea for a few days, so I've been eating a little bit more. I've been breaking my fast a little bit more just so I can like get myself through. I'm picking up more tea tomorrow. I still haven't gone a full day without food. I'm still eating only once per day. Um, but I found like when you're eating too much, you become noticeably fatter. This is because you're supposed to be fasting. Like, you're actually not supposed to be consuming all of those calories and things like that. So, um, all that extra fat that you're building, that's going to be eaten up later when you are fasting. Okay, because yeah, so don't eat too much because yeah, you're just gonna look really fat. If that made any sense, I hope that made sense. Yeah, have 2 cups of alkaline tea first, and then estrotesto at the end of the day because it makes you sleepy. I already said that. Okay, so when you work with the new ingredients, or the more you work with the new ingredients, sorry, the better you get. So cooking with these newer ingredients, it takes a lot of practice, and um, I'm gonna have my alkaline vegan cookbook recipes. I'll make videos of that so you guys don't like waste your ingredients on experimenting, because I'll be real with you, some of these things are a little bit expensive, okay? So I'll tell you, for example, the spelt flour, spelt flour, it's like spelt, but it's a special kind of flour, but like it's better than regular white flour, okay? The regular white flour, you get 5 pounds for $3. With the special alkaline spelt flour, it's going to be like $16 for 5 pounds, okay? So I'm going to show you guys how to work with it because it's a little bit different than regular white flour, okay? It's like gold. It tastes better. It like it feels better, but it's a little harder to work with. It You need to give it a little time to sit so it can absorb any liquids. So when you're making like a batter, you need to like maybe add a little more water or let it like sit and absorb moisture before you start like baking it or frying it or anything like that, because it soaks up a lot of water. Okay, you need to give it time to soak up water. That's what I'm saying. It's like, but it does taste better. It's like so much better than white flour. It tastes really good. Okay, I, it's so indescribable. Like, we're basically like, I can't say it anyways. Like, yeah, it's better. Um, and another update on all my other stuff. Sorry. I still haven't gotten Ormus or black seed oil because that stuff is really expensive. Oh, I forgot to say, speaking of Ormus, so when you've been doing this for 2 weeks, you can already like feel the other hemisphere of your brain start to open up a little bit and like be a little bit more active, a little more tingly in there. And that's supposed to be happening. That's what you want because everybody is like mainly right hand dominated, mainly, like mostly, yeah. And so what this does, it opens up the right hemisphere of your brain because right is connected to the left, left is connected to the right. So this hemisphere of your brain starts like getting tingly, it starts getting more active, and that's what you want. That's really good. And the Ormus actually helps make that much more bigger, very, very, way more stronger. Okay, so that's still on my shopping list actually, but that stuff is really expensive. Black seed oil is really expensive. It's like $30 for the smallest size. So I'm kind of like waiting for that one, but and Shilajit too. I'm still waiting for that one, but I do have a new tea. I got the turmeric cinnamon moringa tea, but I'm not supposed to be having this because it has black peppercorns. I don't know what's wrong with black peppercorns and why it's not on the alkaline list, but um, after I finish this, I'm probably not going to get it again because it's not on the list. Um, if you go a little bit off the list like that, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, for real, think about it. You've probably eaten way worse things in your life, okay, than doing this. So it is a restrictive diet, and if you're being strict, only going off the list like I am, you're in good shape. So if you eat like maybe black peppercorns tea and like it's not on the list, I mean, you're doing a pretty good job because that's like one thing out of the whole list that you're not getting right. Okay, so yeah, be nice to yourself and remember, try again. And then I'll probably be back in another 2 weeks to show you some more progress on this, okay? Um, yeah, my skin hasn't cleared up either. My skin is like in the middle of purging right now. It's still freaking out. It's still like adjusting. The skin is adjusting still, and um yeah, I'm still getting really painful big acne. But hopefully, I don't know how long it takes. I'll probably Google it at some point. But anyways, I'll be back in about 2 more weeks, and hopefully within those 2 weeks, I can have a few recipes up as well, so you don't waste your gold spelt flour, okay? Because it's like eating gold. Some of these ingredients are like eating gold, but they are so worth it, okay? Um, yeah, worth it, worth it. And then you're only eating like one time a day, down to 3 times a week, okay? So the price of the ingredients really isn't that much compared to how much you're actually eating, okay? Because you're not supposed to be eating that much. All right. Anyways, I'll be back, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.